Guys, I really don't know how I missed this particular one because this white woman literally called out her own people in the best way possible. She was very calm while telling them to question a certain area of their life. If you guys remember the bear versus men conversation, there was a particular creator, a black woman, who came up with a question asking black women that you walk into a conference room and a white man or a white woman walks in, who would you want to stay or who would you want to be stuck with in the conference room? I posted this video here and a lot of you guys engaged with it, and it was a very good conversation because that video pissed so many white women off. They were so pissed in the comment section of this woman's video, and I think this is the reason why this woman made this response to our video. I really don't know how I miss it, but she has something good to say. I love the fact that she's calling out her own people, because if it's coming from their own people, maybe they will listen. I have put together this clip, so without wasting much time, let me roll the clip.
One of my favorite creators on this app, White Women Whisper, posed a sub question to the man versus bear question, which was, Black women, you are alone in a conference room. Who do you want to walk in? A white man or a white woman? And the answer overwhelmingly has been white man. And there are a lot of white women in the comments angry, vitriolic, that she dared pose this question, that the answer dare be men instead of women, because we want to think of ourselves as better, right? I just want to ask you, I want to invite you to this. If you are mad about that question, if you are feeling vitriolic about people saying that white women are doing as much harm as white men, where do you feel that in your body? Where is that coming up for you? If you are angry about this, if you are feeling powerful emotions about that, where are you feeling that? Because that is where you are holding misogyny and racism in your body. And deconstruction is not just a matter of the mind, it's a matter of processing it in your body. That's an invitation to learn about yourself. Black women, you are alone in a conference room. Who do you want to walk in? A white man or a white?
I really appreciate this creator for making this video for a lot of different reasons, and acknowledging how I've been feeling for quite some time as someone who escaped a toxic workplace that was due to bullying by white women in corporate America. And ironically enough, one of the best bosses I've ever had in my life was a white man in corporate America. I've had great white women too, but like more often than not really. With that said, I've been doing a lot of thinking as to why I think white men and black women, not only in dating, make great couples, but also with white men being like their leader, their boss, their team lead. Why it's not as toxic as white women. And hear me out, but I think it's because white men just simply know their place in society is always going to be number one. They know that they're always going to get the job over anyone else. They know that they're always going to be seen as like the ideal candidate, the ideal working person, no matter what. And I've been thinking that simply like the existence of a black woman on their team, even if she's a gunner, even if she's going after everything, is never going to threaten him. Like he's non-threatened, meaning that he can give away every resource from mentorship to sponsorship to accolades, and he's still going to be ahead of her, which is why he's able to give those things without feeling like it's ever going to take away from him. And specifically, I think white women, or we've also, black women, have had horror stories with other black women, is that it feels like the person who is our leader, who's supposed to uplift us and give us access and mentorship and sponsorship, again, when they're doing it, I feel like they feel like it's taking away from their career or their essence. So they hold those opportunities back. They hold the praise back. They hold the promotions back. They hold the role changes back because they want it for themselves. And I feel like white men don't do that because they don't have to do it, because they will always get it. Even if they give that one opportunity to the next black girl, they know that their next opportunity is going to be equal and likely better, just because of their position in society. And I think we should like really explore this a little bit more about who we're working for and what they're going to be able to offer us. Because like for me right now, as someone who is like transitioning careers, I'm specifically looking for a team lead or a mentor who's going to be able to open up doors for me. And if that's not something that you can do, I don't really want to work for you.
You are alone in a conference room. Who do you want to walk in? A white man or a white woman?
See, now I got a question for any other black men who drive rideshare like me? Is it just me? Are intoxicated, palm-colored women your most outlandish passengers? Like, I can't tell you how many times I've had my personal space violated. I can't tell you how many times they just get in my car and think they can do whatever they want. I can't tell you how many times they think, like, they can just get in my car and start asking me about how big my is. Like, I'm not a human to them. In most cases, I'm just a toy. You know what I'm saying? Like, the hyperfetishization is fuck.
So there was a really interesting video made by White Woman Whisperer. I tried to stitch it and the audio didn't record, so I'm going to try to record it again here. I'll tag her below because you should go watch her video. But she basically poses the question, or opens up this discussion, this bear versus man discussion, to Black women in asking, okay, if you're in an office, who would you rather walk in, a white man or a white woman? And she said that the collective answer would be a white man. And a lot of women are getting offended. A lot of white women are getting offended because they're like, oh my gosh, what a man could do to you is so much worse than a woman. Like, this is divisive. But like, you're not getting it. The reason why Black women would choose a white man over a white woman is for the same reason that women as a collective, especially white women, would choose the bear over the man. It is the danger you know versus the danger you don't. And like, historically, the under the surface racism that white women have for Black women has caused death and destruction and is absolutely a humongous danger. Because Black women know, like, in our society, that a white woman's accounting of things will always be taken more seriously than a Black woman's. So she has to have like a distance because of personal safety. Now, I've seen this play out in my real life. I live in the South. I go to a lot of like influencer functions with like large groups of people, and I can see the difference between women of color who know me and women of color who don't, and how they interact with me and like the guard that they have up. And that's not offensive to me because it's common sense. I absolutely expect them to be apprehensive of a white woman in the South because they don't know what they're getting. But just as the whole point of the bear versus man conversation is to make men understand that women are innately apprehensive and cautious around all men, the question that White Woman Whisperer was posing is to make white women understand the cautiousness that Black women have around white women. That sort of like being scared of me before I give them a reason not to is not offensive to me, because it is absolutely my responsibility to prove to these women that I am a safe person, not the other way around. You cannot like bully someone into trusting you with their personal safety. And that's a lesson for the men on the bear conversation too.
This conversation is a conversation that went very viral. The bear versus men, and as well white men or white women walking into a conference room. I don't even think the white women are supposed to be shocked that so many people are picking the white men, especially with the fact that so many people have been so open. So many Black people specifically have been so open on how white women treat them, especially in corporate America. I see so many conversation around surrounding aged white women in corporate America and how they treat younger Black or Black people in general at the workplaces. Like, it might not be all of them, but a bunch of those people. I have had so many people share their experience working in corporate and some of the things that they will never do, and even dropping advice to someone who is just getting into corporate America. So don't know why these white women were so surprised at the fact that these women are picking white men when they have been so loud about their experience and encounter with this white woman. What do you guys think about what this woman said? I love the fact that she's calling them out. Where exactly do you feel the pain when you notice that these women are picking men over you guys? It doesn't mean that the men are the best. They are just picking the men because it's still safer with the men compared to the women, because there have been so many conversations on how these women are jealous as well and just do things to, make you go down because they just cannot stand the existence as a Black person. Let me hear what you guys think. If you follow the bear versus men conversation and you as well watch the video I posted about the white woman whisper who started the question and posted to the white people, what do you guys think? What is your take on what they all said? I am going to be in the comment section reading you guys' comments, and I will catch you guys in the next one.